Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about some chord progressions that you can use when you're trying to make R&B type beats or like smooth emotional pain type beats. In these progressions, I'm going to show you two progressions, but I'm also going to show you a couple of transitions or transition chords that could help you, take your progressions to the next level. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So my tempo is at 140, and as you know, I use a direct wave grand piano in just about all my music just to start out with. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to send this to the selected channel, and it's just going to open up a regular direct wave. Now, if you have FL Studio, I do believe most editions of FL Studio come with this direct wave. I'm going to do a few things to kind of just liven it up a little bit, and then I'm going to move over into the tutorial with the chords. So first thing I want to do here is just kind of cut this decay up on the reverb, and I'm going to add more reverb to it, but just some of this reverb, I'm going to just start out with it, and I turn the diffusion down. Diffusion is like basically whether you're in a small room, a hall, an auditorium, or some bigger like an arena. So I wanted to be in something a little bit more auditorium like. So I'll bring the decay or the diffusion down. Then I'm gonna go over here to this zone here, and I'm gonna turn the reverb up. This is what we have, and that sounds good. We can go here. I'm gonna send this to the first mixer track, so Control L, and then I'm gonna add some more reverb to it. First, let's take a little bit of EQ. I'm gonna just play a little chord here. And just take a little bit of it out. There we go. Add some more reverb to it, and I'm just going to use the fruity reverb too. Give it a big decay. Bring that dry knob down. Wet knob all the way up, and a little bit of an early reflection there. And this is that diffusion I was telling you about. Like now we're in a small room, and now we could be in like an arena, like something like that. But we're gonna go something like this. Maybe cut some of the lows, bring that down. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually blend that reverb into my piano from the mixer itself. And now it just sounds fuller. That's just kind of what I like to do to get the piano sounding how I want it to sound. And now let's go ahead and move into the tutorial itself. So in FL Studio, you do have these helpers. I'm going to kind of zoom in here, and I'm going to change this. This is in D sharp or E flat minor, D sharp minor, E flat minor. I'm going to change this though. So I'm going to go over to this little tool. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to change it to F. Right click on F, and I'm going to keep it in minor. So we're just in regular F minor. And let's lay down our chord progression. The chord progression that we're going to start with first is called a 1-5-6 progression. So in order to understand what a 1-5-6 progression is, you got to understand what the 1, 5, and 6, or what the scale degrees are. So with this scale, F is 1, and we'll just count up. 1, G is 2, A flat is 3, B flat is 4, C is 5, D flat is 6, E flat is 7, and back to the F is going to make it 1 or full octave up. So we know that this is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we're going to build a 1-5-6 progression, we're going to start with the 1. So I'll take that, put it here. We're going to start with the 6, so we'll count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or I'm sorry, not the 6, we'll go to the 5. So this is the 5, we'll go there. And then, of course, if that's the 5, this is the 6. So we're going to take that 6 and move it here. And now we can actually get rid of all of these. Let's go ahead and bring this over. And what I'll do is I'll actually make these a little longer. So I highlight them all, and I'll bring them about like that. And this is just the basic 1-5-6 progression, and it sounds like this. And it almost has a dark feel to it going up like that because these two notes right here are right next to each other. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build these, but I'm going to highlight these and Control Shift down. I'm going to build it like that. And so now we got this. So it's going down, but it's still going up. So what we want to do is we're going to build our chord. So we'll go 1, skip 1, skip 1, skip 2, and we'll place one here. We'll skip 1, skip 2, skip 3, and we'll place one here. This is our F minor chord. We'll do the same here with the C. We'll skip 1, skip 2, and put a C. Well, I'm sorry, E flat, skip 1, skip 2, skip 3, and put a G. And this is a C minor chord. And then we got the D flat, skip 1, skip 2, skip 3, we'll put one here, skip 1, skip 2, skip 3, and we'll put one here. And what we're looking at is a C sharp minor or D flat minor. This is more of a major chord. I'm sorry, this is a major because of that space that we have here, that space here, 1, 2, 3 space, and then 1. This makes it a major, and as you can see, these two are 2, 2, and then 3, 3. That makes these minor chords. So we'll go. And let's go ahead and bring this all the way out to about here. Because we're going to add another transition chord there. So these are our main chords. We can go ahead and copy these down. Highlight those. Shift. Click and drag, and then you can hit Control down arrow, and that's going to move those down. And then next I want to take these and hit Alt R. We'll randomize, can't say the word, randomize the velocity sum here. And then we can also bring them down a little bit, make them a little bit softer. Let's go ahead and give it a little strum too. So Alt S, kind of strum it a little bit, give it tension. All right, so far we are sounding good. Let's go ahead and drop these down a second octave. We can bring those up a little bit. Maybe even bring this down a second octave as well. And kind of gives us a fuller sound. And now what I want to work on next is the transition chords that can be used with these. We're going to go over the suspended 2 and the suspended 4. And these chords are actually really easy to make. Let's go ahead and bring this one in some. Bring this part in to about right here. And then let's copy this note over. Let's see, get it on the line there. And then we'll bring this in. And what's going to make this a suspended 2 chord is if we take this note and we bring it down one. And now we have this sound. Look at it. And you can already hear like some of a dark trap style. So that's something that you can use in trap. The simple way that I think of it is when you look at a regular chord, we got the 1, 3, and the 5. We're doing a suspended 2. So we're going to use the 1, 2, and the 5 of that chord, not of the progression of the chord. 1, 2, 3 of the progression, but it's also the 3rd of that chord. The suspended 2nd or the suspended 2 is when you take the 3rd and you drop it down to the 2nd of the chord, not of the scale. And then you get that sound. So we get... And it already sounds really cool just there. Then we could try to do it with the suspended 4 chord, which is this same chord here, but we're gonna bring this up to the 4th of it. So remember, this is 1, 3, 5. This is 1, 4, 5. And it sounds like this. Okay. This is what it sounds like when you play it. Which that sounded really good. So I'm going to keep that like that. And then we're going to take this last chord here, and we're going to do a suspended second to it. So you could do that with, you could do a suspended 4 or a suspended second with any major or minor chord. All you got to do is take the middle note and bring it down to the second part of the scale, or the, I'm sorry, of the chord itself. And we got, and we'll just bring this out some. And let's see how that goes back to the 1. It goes right back into the 1, nice and smooth like. Now with this, we can start to mess around with some of the voicings of it to make it sound more full. Something that I like to do is add 7s, add 9s, add 11s and 13s, and that's just a little bit more deeper into music theory. But what I'm going to do first is going to arrange some of the voices that we already have. So like this E flat and this F can actually come up, and we'll add our E flat here. Kind of bring that up in volume. Take this and move it up. And now we get this. That actually sounds really good. I want to change a little bit of that reverb. It's a little too much there. And we could even double up some of the voices, like this G here. We could take it, you know, highlight it, shift over, and then go control up. We got a double voice there. We can double this voice, or let's double the C. Or let's double the B. I'm sorry. And a lot of it is just trial and error, you know, like we just kind of laying stuff down and seeing what happens. And now you're starting to hear a bit of a tone with these going down. And you see we got this big space here. We can add some voices in here. So this chord is actually the C sharp here. So we can add like another C here. Another C sharp in there. Kind of bring it back a little bit. And this is just kind of humanizing it. Let's also bring it down in volume some. And adding this C into this one, it just gives us a little bit more tension. Because this note is actually right next to this note in the scale. But since there is a little higher, we can still feel that tension, but it's not so heavy. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's really it as far as making that kind of progression, the 1, 5, 6 progression, and we just added in the suspended 2 and the suspended 4. I know it looks crazy now, but if you put everything back in the root position, then it all looks just these are just triads. So that's it for this one. I'm actually going to go ahead and just save this and put this in that juice box kit that is going to be available really soon. Still working on getting some more. It's going to be available right in June. So I'm still getting more MIDI and things to go in it, and it is a multi-kit, and it's going to have a lot of stuff, and it's not going to be just about 10 of these and 12 of that. It's going to be a lot. So I'm building this kit specifically for people who kind of need the ideas but don't really have the ideas and could just kind of use that help. So it's going to be a lot of drum loops, a lot of MIDI, a lot of instrumental loops, a lot of drums themselves, percussion and stuff like that. So and some presets too for different plugins that are already in FL Studio, like this direct wave itself. But anyway, on to the next progression. I'm going to keep it in the key of F minor since we are there and we already know what the scale degrees are. And this next one we're going to go over is a 4-5-6 progression, and these are very easy, and we're actually going to use those suspended chords again in this progression, and it's really kind of a repetitive thing, but we'll get straight into it. Once again, got the F as the 1. Let's go ahead and bring it all the way out to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We want to use the 4, 5, and 6. So that's the B, the C, and the D. And that is our progression there. Sounds like this. And we could easily move these down and make it go down again. Or we can leave them up and just make it go up. I think I want to bring it down. Let's go ahead and bring it down. And let's build it this way. So B flat, D, and F. This is a B flat minor. We got C, E, G, C minor, and D flat, F, and A flat. So this is a C sharp minor or a D flat minor. C sharp major or a D flat major, I'm sorry. So this is our progression. And we can always invert some things, maybe bring this down, make it closer. And this progression, actually, I just had an idea while I was doing this. So let's highlight both of these. We'll hit Shift and Alt, and we'll grab it right here in the middle. We'll bring it like this. Highlight these, Shift Alt, and let's move it over here to about right there, actually. Bring this in to about here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to throw a suspended 4 chord right here at the end of this. See what that sounds like. And like I said, and again, this is just a lot of trial and error. You know, I don't really know what this sounds like until I do it, but these are good ideas, and knowing what you're doing actually helps. So let's see what it sounds like with a suspended 2. And it goes right back into that 1 seamlessly. It sounds like, it feels like, and you can add your notes here. Let's go down, highlight those, Shift over, and then Control down. lengthen this one all the way out. Since that F is not the chord root, we're gonna delete it, and we're gonna actually take the B here and drop it down. We can actually drop this even lower, and it puts it below it, so it sounds like we're just going up. And that's a easy, simple progression there. We could do some more things, like let's say bring this in here some, and let's copy it over. Didn't mean to do that. Let's copy it over, and let's make a suspended 4 out of it. Maybe not that. I don't like that, but that is an idea that you can go with. I'm going to bring these back out to where I had them first. And once again, Alt R to randomize the velocities on these suckers. Then you're going to Alt S to give it a strum. Kind of bring these down some. They're a little, well, that one's a little loud. And if you turn your volume down, your velocities down on your keys, it's gonna make it sound like they're hitting softer. If you got them turned all the way up, it's gonna sound like they're just being smashed on. So you want to kind of pay attention to things like that when you are making like melodies for pain and emotional melodies and things like that. So and then you can just kind of create a melody on top of all of this if you want to. And so on. But that is really all I have in this tutorial. Like I said, you can add these to your, or you can apply this to your R&B, your emotional, your pain trap type beats and all that good stuff. And this is just kind of like a basics or a basic rundown of it. I hope you found this tutorial to be helpful. And like I said, I do have a Juicebox multi-kit dropping in June, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.